welcome back. I'm Jodie, your LGBTQ plus liberation officer, pronouns he, they, and this is...
I'm Leon, I'm your trans non-binary officer,
Yes.
Pronouns they, them.
Today we are talking about allyship.
Okay, so allyship is obviously, if you're watching this, probably why you're here. Allyship's really important, but it's kind of, as a little sum up of everything we talked up so far, there's still things we kind of need to talk about. I think people kind of go into allyship thinking like, oh, I can just be like, oh, I'm an ally. The important thing to realize is being an ally takes work. Like, you should be putting in the effort. So we've got a few things to talk about.
Yeah, so don't call yourself an ally, because it's kind of like a double-edged sword, because then, like, if someone came up to me and went, oh yeah, I'm your ally, I'd be there like, okay then, what are you doing exactly to be an ally?
Yeah, I think the thing is, it's not like you can't say you're an ally, but it's prove it.
Yeah.
Prove it with your actions, not your words. If you want to be a good ally, do things, and then if someone calls you an ally, then yeah, you're an ally.
Yeah.
But if you're just saying you're an ally, that's not enough. You need to not just be sitting in the corner, like, you need to actively be out there fighting for people.
Like, a way you can do this is educating yourself.
Yeah. I mean, we've kind of been banging on about this in the episodes, but that's because it's honestly one of the most important things you can do as an ally. It's very easy to, like, watch a video or read a book and learn about things. And the more you learn about as an ally, the better an ally you can be. You can explain why things don't work. Makes sense. You can educate other allies. Education is one of the biggest powers we have to stop things like transphobia, so you should be out there doing that. That is your homework.
Yes. And like, the next thing is listen to the community. If you're not in the community, you don't necessarily know what all the issues are or the struggles people face in that community. So get to know the community, ask the questions and listen to them.
Yeah, like, if you want to be an ally to a community, that doesn't mean that you aren't allowed in those spaces. You can come to those spaces and ask questions as long as you aren't treating them like Google and prying too much. The main things with that, though, are know that you're not the center of that community. You're not there to be the center of attention. It's like, if you wanted to go to a pride, you're allowed to come, just don't make it all about you.
Yeah.
Know that when you're in a space for a community, you are a guest or a visitor. You're not the main event. Make sure you're not taking up too much space. And another thing of being an ally, don't talk over other people.
Yeah.
Know that, like, your voice should be amplifying others. You should be telling people about the great resource you found online. You shouldn't be the loudest person in the room, because it's really important for people to be able to advocate for themselves.
Yeah, you're not the hero, you're the supporter. Yeah.
We love a good sidekick.
The last thing that kind of puts it all together is empathy.
Empathy is a superpower. It's honestly one of the best things that we have as humans, being able to understand how others are feeling. Like, even with a lot of the rules we've given earlier about, like, don't ask these questions or whatever, the big thing that goes into all of that is empathy. If you can tell that someone is going to be uncomfortable because you'd be uncomfortable, don't ask it. Like, you don't need to know what's in someone's pants and things like that that make people into more of an object. If you can go into being an ally with empathy for that community, it's not sympathy, you don't want to be being, like, pitying a community, but if you can go in and try to understand why people are feeling how they are, and understand as well when you will never understand, that is your biggest power. And the other thing as an ally is know, like, your allyship should always be a shield. You should be protecting people and looking after people. It's not a sword. You're not going to be the person on the front line of everything ending transphobia. That is for trans people to find their own voices and work on. but you can still be there and defend us and amplify our voices, and that is what makes a good ally.
Thank you for listening.
Thank you so much for watching this little series of things. We'll see you next time. Yeah.
Bye bye.